Hi, Divine Feminine. This is a new Divine Masculine mind reading. So I'm going to spy on him for you and find out what he's thinking, feeling, how he's currently viewing and perceiving you. What does he want right now? And what is his next move going to be regarding you, dear? This is from Love and Light to One Infinite Creator, Adonai. We communicate now. God, send forth your spirit, and they shall be created, and you shall renew the face of the earth. Lord God, source of eternal life and truth, give to Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine the wisdom, guidance, and counsel they need regarding their twin flame journey. All glory, honor, power, and might be to Blessed Trinity. So let's find out what the theme of this week is for Divine Masculine. Theme, merchant and servant. Maybe he's bought something and he's waiting for his package to arrive, waiting for a package. He's anticipating it. He's eagerly waiting for it. He's excited because he wants to serve it up to you, to give it to you as some sort of an offering. Could it be like a peace offering? But it's also like a gift. Also, he could be waiting for food to arrive so that he can give you a beautiful dinner, but he's not cooking it, he's ordering it. Maybe you're ordering out or something like that. But that's like his energy, just, wanting to spend that time together, spend dinners together, exchange gifts. He's already getting in the holiday mood. Also, it might be something Italian here. This looks like an Italian restaurant. And this is his energy and theme of the week. He's like on his tippy toes here. So he's anticipating something. Maybe it's the conversation you're going to have at this restaurant, or anticipating the look on your face when he gives you this gift that he ordered. It looks like this order came from overseas. So it could be something really special. And it is definitely for you, his Divine Feminine. You are his lady. My lady. He adores you, and he wants to show you and express his adoration through the love language of gift giving. Here we have 29 and 11. Wow, he's probably also going to bring you flowers. So flowers, gifts, and also the bouquet means happiness, because you are a happy woman. You have a cheerful disposition, and that is to him a consoling balm. And because you have such a happy and cheerful disposition, he wants to take you out, wine you, dine you, and buy you gifts. I love it. I love this energy of Divine Masculine. But that's because of your energy, Divine Feminine, because you are cheerful. The lady in the bouquet means you are a woman that is charismatic, attractive, lovely, cheerful. You smile. And on this cup, there's the Venus, the symbol of Venus. So you are the goddess of love. This is also an ace of cups with the bouquet in it. So maybe he's making some sort of a toast or proposal. For someone, that might even be an engagement, actually. The gift coming from overseas could be a diamond. The bouquet, going to a restaurant. It could be a proposal at dinner. So that's for someone out there. Some lucky lady out there is getting engaged. So let's see what he's thinking about you right now. What does he think about you right now, Divine Feminine? Oh my Jesus, you said ask and we shall receive. Seek and we shall find. Knock and the door will be opened to us. Yud Hey Vav Hey. Hey Aleph Aleph. Shin Aleph Hey. That's order out of chaos and soulmate. So this is what he thinks about you. High Priestess and Queen of Pentacles. He thinks you are delicious, cutesy, and demure. He loves your Goldilocks, your little curls. He loves it when you curl your hair. And he thinks you're very conservative, quiet, shy. That's what makes you so delicious. Your big doe eyes and your curly locks and your calm and shy nature. It's very attractive to him. It's very alluring. That's what he thinks. He likes your shyness. He likes it when you're quiet here and passive. High Priestess, she's very quiet. He says that this is characteristic of a woman who has poise and grace. 48, maybe you're 48. She has the grace of a ballerina. So that's what he thinks. You have the grace of a ballerina, and you have the face of an angel, and the shyness of a young lady, very young. Ask for what you want. He also thinks that you should ask for what you want. You do ask for what you want, and he should ask you for what he wants as well. He just thinks that clear communication with you, with himself, with others, will help him avoid any misunderstandings and speed up the process of everybody being happy and nothing getting lost in translation. So that's what he's thinking this week. Let's find out what he's feeling. And this out what Divine Masculine is feeling for you right now. What is he feeling currently? What does he feel? He feels curious. He wants to know what you're doing. Who are you talking to? What's on your phone? Who's texting you? What are you reading? What are you doing when you're alone? When you're not with him or you're not talking to him? He's very curious. He wishes he could blend into the background and spy on you. The Nine of Wands tells me he might even be frustrated that he doesn't know what you're doing. It's not like you're giving him the play-by-play. So he feels frustrated and curious. He feels Ace of Swords, that you only tell him what he needs to know. You don't give him any additional information. And this, he feels sad because he wants more information. He wants to know where you are, who you're with, and what you're doing at every minute of every single day. But he knows that if he asks that or demands that, that could push you away. But we did see that this week he is going to ask for what he wants. So he's thinking about it. He's thinking about asking for what he wants because he feels sad when he doesn't know what you're doing, and he could get into this state of distress, wondering what you're doing. So that's how he's feeling. Never-ending story. And this has been going on for a while, where there's a lot of space in between the time you spend together, the communication, and not knowing what's going on, and him having to be distressed and worried about where you are, who are you with, what's happening. Here we have age 37. And this is how all relationships go. He believes it's like a never-ending story. Why are there so many secrets? Why is there so much mystery? Why can't people just openly communicate and ask? Why does it have to be such a game of cat and mouse, running and chasing? And he's just feels like he's so done with that whole sort of dating agenda. He doesn't want to do it anymore. Not like that. What else does he feel? Time management. Place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus. One thing he feels is that when he doesn't know what you're doing or who you are with or where you are, he wastes a lot of time stressing. And he's got to make better time management because all of this stress is a waste of his time. And then he might actually block you because he doesn't know what you're doing, who you're with, or who you're talking to, and he doesn't want to be made the fool of if you are with someone else, talking to someone else. So that's so he doesn't have to stress. He'll block or run or ghost just to give his mind a break. And so he feels things need to definitely change because this week he's going to ask you, what are you doing? Who are you with? You know, and also maybe we'll find out what else he's going to do. So let's see how he views and perceives you this week. How does he view and perceive you this week? How does he view and perceive you this week? Also, I just want to see, so he is going to plan something special for you this week with the bouquet and the gift and going out to dinner. The timing on the bouquet is the number 9. So it could be like within 9 hours on the 9th. It could be like a special occasion, like November 9th coming up. It could be within 9 days. So this is how he views and perceives you, Divine Feminine. How does Divine Masculine see you right now? Again, just shy, not giving information. See, he's the ice cream cone. He's like melting under the suspense of not being able to read your mind, not being able to tell what you're thinking and feeling. It's like you're not sharing your feelings. You're not expressing anything. You're just sort of there looking at him with your gorgeous eyes and your curly locks. And he's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, he sees you as being very quiet. This is the Temperance card. But you're his dream girl. You're the one he dreams about at night, that he wants to lay down next to, that he wants to spoon and snuggle with. But he also sees you as you have this very calm, quiet nature about you this week. You're not saying much. You're very disciplined. Maybe in the past you were really chatty and currently you're really quiet. So he's wondering, like, why did she go from being chatty to quiet? What happened? Why is she so quiet? Yang, he's very inquisitive. He sees you as more of a masculine energy, like, because men are predominantly the quiet ones and women are the chatty ones. And he's like, she's in this sort of energy of having control, like everything rests upon her. She's got a hold of the relationship. She's steering, ball is in her court. He thinks you have the discipline of a man here by not saying anything. But he also finds it very attractive. It makes him curious, but also heightens his anxiety and puts him in a state of suspense where he's wasting a lot of time that he should be focusing on work at. Like he's wasting time thinking about it and stressing about it at work, and it's affecting his life. He sees you as emulating some of the traits of our Blessed Mother, because she never said anything. In the New Testament, she didn't say anything. She said one thing, is the greeting to Saint Elizabeth, and that's the Canticle of Mary, and you never hear her say anything else in the rest of the New Testament. So he thinks that you're like a lady of grace. The Blessed Mother is helping you with your divine life purpose, that you're changing and transforming, that you're becoming a woman of few words, that this is a new version of you. This is the new version of who he sees you as. Having restraint, self-control, that is very attractive and alluring, but it's really putting him on edge. Okay, so let's see what he wants today and this week. What does he want today and this week? What does your Divine Masculine want with you and for this connection now, from this point forward? What does he want? He wants you to maintain this balance, this sweet spot that he's really attracted to you. He doesn't want you to change. He wants you to, you've got the sweet spot here. You've struck a balance and he wants you to stay right there. He doesn't want you to go to either side. He wants you to stay right there. Don't move. Stay where you are, because something about your energy, vibration, and frequency is challenging him this week, and he's up for the challenge. So he doesn't want you to move. Don't move. Stay right there where you are. Stay. Because he's coming. He's coming. See, this motivates him to be masculine, because you're in a very demure feminine nature, and that's what actually activates his masculinity, and it's that masculinity that takes initiative. See, when you're bossy, demanding, and you're calling all the shots, you're making all the plans, that's a masculinity energy. That's like a masculine energy that repels him, because then he feels like that those are the things he should do. But when you have this, you just have like the masculine yang dot inside of your yin, which is self-control, which is like, I can restrain from talking and demanding and pressuring and taking the wheel because I'm not getting what I want, because I want what I want. Instead, you're there like the little girl pouting, because he sees you as, the little girl pouting, like, I know what I want, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to pout until you give it to me. And, it's, for me, this is my kink, pouting. Pouting is my kink because it's quiet and usually get what you want. Even Jesus says you can't get into heaven unless you enter like a little child. So if you pout to God, usually God will give you what you want. It works. Pouting is powerful. Pouting is your superpower this week, Divine Feminine. Pouting is adorable. And he's attracted to it. He's going to come get you, the elephant. See, there's change on this 10 of cups, number 5. So he wants to take you somewhere. He will come get you, pick you up, take you out, give you gifts, wine you and dine you, because he loves you in that energy of pouting. But he doesn't want you to go back over to that part where you're telling him what to do and calling all the shots. He doesn't like that. You calling the shots. But you're on the verge of maybe going over there, so he knows he's got to come in, because he knows that you've shown restraint for a while now. So I feel like he knows you're on the verge of going back to that energy. Like, if he's not going to call the shots, I'll call the shots. And he knows you're at your max of being patient. See, he has this deep knowing. See, he's very wise. The elephant is extremely wise. So that's what they represent and symbolize, wisdom. And the owl also, snowy owl, represents wisdom. Here we have age 43. And the moon, like the deep knowing of how the feminine works, that the feminine is under the cycles of the moon. He knows that from full moon to new moon, you can show a great deal of self-restraint. But once the moon starts waxing again after the new moon, you'll start taking action. You'll start being bold again. So he knows that he's got to step in and steer while he's feeling masculine. He's feeling activated. He's feeling like he wants to take initiative. He's feeling like responding to that very quiet, girly, shy nature in you. Because once you get bold, he's not really into that bold energy. He doesn't like that one as much as when you're in the shy nature, which makes sense. Because he wants to feel strong and in control and be like the leader. He wants to be the leader. Have confidence in your creations. Trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. So he wants to steer and guide and navigate the relationship in a creative way. he may even do something creative or create something for you. He's definitely creating an air of excitement, an atmosphere, a mood with the gifts and where he takes you, and this anticipation. There's like a big plan ahead. It's very independent and creative and guided. He feels like now is the time. There's like a time limit on this. He's like, I've got to take action this week. And it's some sort of something he's manifesting with you. He's manifesting something. I do see engagements for most people now. I'm starting to see it even more and more. But it could be some, it's an engagement, any kind of an engagement. What will he actually do this week? What will Divine Masculine actually do this week? What will he actually do? Yes, he will definitely come and pick you up. Okay, because he's not going to keep you on the merry-go-round, going around and around on the never-ending story, having that same cycle with you where nothing ever moves forward. He's ready to take it forward, to make your dream come true, to bring your wants, wishes, and desires into reality. And because he knows also if he takes action now while the moon is in this cycle of from the full moon to the new moon, when it's waning, that when the moon starts waxing, then when you're in your bold take initiative stage. Like there's 2 weeks where he should be taking initiative, and then there's 2 weeks when you should be taking initiative. Like he takes initiative during the 2 weeks from full moon to new moon, and then you are the boss from new moon to full moon. And he likes that. He likes to sometimes be taken care of by you, but not when you're not happy and then you're calling the shots. He likes it when you're happy, because then he feels very provided for, taken care of, loved. And see, he's looking forward to this. He has the big picture vision. He's seeing things. He's zooming out and seeing something from a very large scale and understanding how everything is interwoven together, how everything is connected. Yes, he's paying attention to the cycles. The universe teaches us how, we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, and how everything is rotating and revolving, and the cycles of all these different planets moving around the sun, the moon, moving through the star signs, all of that. Like he's understanding this is the star, but this is also, the star is your social interactions, understanding the social interaction with a woman on a deeper intrinsic level than he's ever understood in his entire life. Even if he has a mother and sister that he's really enmeshed or close to, he never really understood women the way he understands you at this point in his life. So this is new. This will help him across the board with all women in general, actually. And yeah, he understands, like, when the moon is waxing, you're the boss. You're going to take the bull by the horns. You're going to take control. But if he didn't take control during the waning moon, when you wanted him to, if he wasn't listening, because here, this is like King of Swords, this is you telling him, everything. If he's not listening, because that's the complaint most women have about men. They don't listen. If he wasn't listening and he wasn't taking initiative during this time frame, then when you take the bull by the horns, you could come in as the boss and be stubborn, and he doesn't like that energy. But if he listens to everything you say and he accommodates you, which is what he's going to do this week, then when you take the bull by the horns, you'll just be like laying it on thick and sweet, and he'll get this side of you that he loves. Okay, so this is what's happening this week. Okay, so he's changing the way he interacts with you, the way he's socially engaging with you. That's the engagement. The engagement is the way he engages with you, and that he's going to remember everything you've said all the way up to this point, everything you've communicated to him. and he's going to accommodate you. He's going to answer all your demands, wishes, wants, and desires. But he has this hope also that when you get into that energy of wanting to control things, you're just going to lay it on thick and give it to him good. Lots of love. Like you are like his delicious cake. Oh, there's a donut hole there, but I don't know. Yeah, he thinks he'll get lots of gifts back from you when he does things the right way. Here, 52, mending. Yeah, so he's all of these things he's doing this week with the love, the gifts, picking you up, taking you out, taking initiative, stepping into the masculine role, is mending the past. All of the times he didn't listen, and all the times he resisted when you did demand, and all the times he ignored you or even blocked, ghosted, or ran because he couldn't deal with his emotions and he was getting overly stressed. Now he's trying to repair all that. This week he'll be repairing that, age 52. Also, you had two tens. You had the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, so there will be a wedding. You had a lot of kings too. Right here you have two kings and a queen. So two kings means he will succeed this week. And the star is a big wish. Also, you kept getting was it the Queen of Pentacles? And here you have Queen of Wands. Let me just make sure it's Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. Two queens means there's a rival. No place like home. You are his home. See, there's no place like your heart, which is his throne. Your royal breasts are his royal pillows, where he lays his weary head at the end of the day, where he really does get the rest that his body, mind, and spirit and his soul need. When you are happy with him, then he's able to rest. But when you're not happy with him and he doesn't know what you're doing because you won't tell him, then he can't rest. It's like the never-ending story. It's like in a state of perpetual anxiety. So he knows he's got to repair things so that he can have that place to go to, which is the home, which is your heart. Your heart is his home. Your heart is his home, age 50. So he wants to sew something back together. He wants to sew your heart back together too, because he tore your heart apart. And maybe it was this is like a kind of a circus joker energy. Like maybe he thought he was being funny, or it was facetious or whatever, but it wasn't funny. You're sensitive, and it was rude. It was rude. It wasn't comical. It wasn't funny. And sometimes comedians are rude as F. It's part of being funny, but there's limits, there's bounds, and he went too far. So he knows he's got to mend something. Law of attraction. And this is the law of attraction, right? Because you repel him when you're being bossy, demanding, and taking control, because then he's like, I don't want to be in a relationship with a guy that's calling the shots. I want to feel like she wants me to call the shots, or she trusts me that I can call the shots and that I can make the plan and I won't disappoint her. I'll take her to the right place. I'll do the right thing. But when women step into that role and they're calling the shots and they're making all the plans, then the man is repelled because he's like, she doesn't trust me. She must not like me. She doesn't think I can decide on the right thing or any of that. So the law of attraction here is, we've got to magnetize each other. For him, he knows he's got to keep his thoughts positive and surround himself with positive people, which I saw in the Divine Masculine reading, that he is also banishing evil energy from his environment. So he is very aware of the influence of people upon himself, and the relationship, which could be another woman, because I did say there was a rival. So there could be evil energy of another woman that maybe makes him stress about you. Maybe she says things about you like that he can't trust you. That's why he's so curious. Like, where is she? Who is she talking to? Who is she with? Maybe he always trusted you until that girl started saying something to him, and then he started to really stress. And maybe he was listening to another girl, which is a betrayal to you, and that's what tore your heart asunder, because then he's sharing the relationship with another girl, which for any divine feminine, that's a huge no-no, because that's more of a betrayal than actually sleeping with someone, sharing intimate and it's a betrayal of your privacy and your trust to talk about you with another woman. So this week he's going to be repairing that sort of a situation where he acted like a fool. He acted like a fool, gossiping with another girl about you, but now he's going to sew your heart back together and repair that. Here we have age 52. There's no place like home. 50, age 50, your heart is his home. He realized that your heart is his home. Your heart radiates this light and this warmth, and it makes him feel safe and like a little baby upon the breast. He wants to breastfeed. Yeah, also, he wants to take all of these actions and is going to take all of these actions this week because of your faithfulness to him, that you've been constant to him despite all of these character flaws and character defects and all these things that tore your heart apart. You still are faithful to him. You still love him. Constancy. Yes, and mostly because there is no place like home. Like, your heart is his home. That's the thing for this guy. Like, there is no place like home. And he realized that your heart is his home. Your heart is his house. Your heart is his house. It's his safe place. It's where he feels at home, where he feels anchored, which is good because that's why a man leaves his mother and cleaves to his wife, and the two become one flesh and they get married. That's what it says in the book of Genesis. So when he feels that your heart is his home and there is no other place like that, that's when he knows he wants to marry you. Thanks be to God. May all twin flames be married according to God's holy will. God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Amen.